Hi, Starseed community. We are here to provide you with messages and energies that are coming towards you for the month of July. I feel like this first half of the year has reminded me not so much of the movie Fast and Furious, but of the saying Fast and Furious. We do not realize how fast this year has gone by thanks to the water rabbit. The good thing about it is that for the past couple years with the pandemic and other things that we've had, getting businesses back up and running, having the stability again to be able to go shopping or go outside or exercise in public or any of those things. The year of the rabbit has really brought through the energy that we need to get back into the grind. As far as love, let's see what we are doing in our love energy for July. And we start straight out with the Three of Cups. I show that in July, your love may be more around family, friends, siblings. I show that maybe there was... Yes, I show that this is not the energy that is coming in for July for you is more along your family and friends. There's going to be a reunion. Maybe you have like a black sheep in your family as well. I'm showing that you have people coming in and there's going to be people traveling from afar. You have, if it wasn't you, you have been a major part of the planning of this event. So this is something that you may have been working on for months to cultivate distribution lists, get people on board with a family reunion. Something along that lines. If it's not a large family reunion and you don't have a large family, I show that maybe if you have a small family, you guys are taking a trip together here in July, showing positive energies on this trip. It's taken maybe a long time to plan this event. There's still someone in your family that's maybe holding back, maybe deciding not to attend or thinking about it, thinking on it, but not really sure. And maybe you guys have not seen this person in a really long time and you're really interested in it being the full group. Whether it be a few of you siblings are getting together and yeah, definitely a family reunion, definitely a family gathering, whether it be a small one or a large gathering. Maybe even you're getting together for a wedding. I show that multiple events coming up for the community. I do show that maybe there's a black sheep in the family or somebody that the event that you want to invite to the event, but you're really not sure about how this person's actions are going to be when they're invited, whether it's going to cause strife or animosity, but you absolutely want to include that person just for the fun and the drama that they bring. I don't know why you're so interested in that drama. I'm not interested in drama at all anymore in life, but there's people who are interested in that. You know, the whole Wedding Crashers kind of feel is what I'm feeling from that person. Not a negative, dramatic energy, more along the lines of you're really just not sure what they're going to do this time. when you get together. I show that your mother is, whoever your mother figure may be, whether it be male or female or whatever gender, is really looking to have everyone together. And that is why you guys are pushing for this person who's always kind of, now this person right here who's contemplating not coming is not the black sheep. This is someone else in your group that is always very hesitant to show up to these events, not really into them, wants to see you, loves you, cares about you, loves their family, but they're just not into these kind of things. I show that this person is more along of the larger reunion. The smaller reunion that I see taking place is going to be among maybe a few sisters and brothers, a very small gathering, but you're going to be taking a trip together. It's absolutely going to have a positive impact on your life. It's going to be one of those memories that you guys are going to cherish for years to come. I absolutely encourage you, if you are planning this trip, to travel very lightly when it comes to luggage, because I think that the time that you guys spend together, you're going to be coming back with a lot of knickknacks or things that are taking place. I show another group of you are going to be getting together for a wedding, and maybe that's where this drama king, queen, or whomever might be, that always comes charging in, whether or not they're always into their cups or whatnot. You're worried about their impact on the event. I say don't worry too much about that. You know, if it's a wedding, it's really hard to steal the limelight from the groom and the bride, and it's really not something that anybody should really worry about is, oh, will this person bring too much drama, because that's what always makes the wedding more memorable, as well as when there's actual a little bit of drama. I show some people are going to be traveling really far, and I'm seeing that it's this smaller group, so I'm going to pull these events out that I'm seeing that they go together. So there's going to be a few siblings that are going to, and we'll just close off this event because this is about the love of family. This is, I don't see here in this month of July, you know, a love story that takes place between maybe you and a significant other. This is a larger group event month that I'm seeing here. I'm showing that one of you, you're going to be taking a small trip, maybe with your siblings. You're going to be traveling. Maybe you guys got online and did like the travel planner thing where you all put your money together and it's going to be a memory of a lifetime for you guys. And one that you cherish and remember. Then I show that there's going to be a wedding that takes place for some of you. Maybe you're going to multiple events this month, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But and there's going to be like this black sheep of the family that you're not sure what drama they're going to be bringing to the event, which is kind of making y'all wonder whether you should invite this individual or not. But I'm showing that the energy that they're bringing is fun, liveliness, not anything that you need to worry about. I am showing that this person may be into their cups. So what I mean by, like, maybe they like to indulge too much in alcohol at these type of events, and maybe that's why you're worried. I showed that there's another event that's going to be taking place, like maybe like a larger family reunion that's taken a lot of time to plan. Your mother has been really working on this, and she really wants everyone to attend. You have this one individual that's always like out there, loves you, loves your family, but they're just either they leave themselves out. Occasionally y'all leave them out because they tell you no all the time when you send them invitations, but they are actually contemplating on coming. This time I show that that is the only conflict with this event. It's something that you guys have saved up on and you have worked through tremendously, and that the end event is your mother is going to be very excited by how this all turns out. So bless you. Thank you very much. Let's pull some more energy. I'm going to pull energy for each event here because I show there's like 3 events that actually took place here for our collective. And I'm going to pull energy for all 3 events. This is the larger scale reunion, optimism and innovation. I showed that you guys are going to be trying to incorporate like maybe new games or things that your family has not done before. Recovery and transformation. Maybe this is an event your family has needed to refuel, rekindle communications amongst one another. There's been maybe a challenge period during COVID, or a growth factor. I show that maybe people maybe have grown up and have different personalities than they did, and it kind of had you guys set off for a little while, and you're going to be reforming a different opinion of one another when you get together. I mean, reunions are basically, you know, there for the family to reconnect and see how each person has evolved as a adult or a young child or whatnot. So I showed that you're gonna show up and people are gonna have different personalities than they did the time that you had met before. As far as the event that is going to be definitely a wedding, there's going to be maybe gratitude and fulfillment, control and security. I think that there's going to be maybe you're going to have drink coupons or something of that nature to try and control. Oh, I needed that. I'm sorry. My back has been hurting me. And I'm sorry, that's an oddball thing to do during a reading, but that was just the moment where it needed to happen. Okay, so maybe you're going to be putting some type of control on this person who likes to get into their, like, cause the drama, and I'm not sure if it's the same person, get into their cups, but I think it is. I think this person, but in the end, you're going to have a good time. If you're worried about someone spoiling your wedding or taking away your thunder, it's really not possible on your wedding day unless you give them that type of control. People are traveling from all over to see you. The conflict that you're imagining by this individual being there is really all you. The only way for someone to take control of an event where you are the star, let's say, is that you give them that control, you give them that power, and just don't give them that control and don't give them that power. And that should be based off of how the event is planned. Anyway, if somebody is drinking too much and causing a commotion, like I said, you have other things built into the event where they can be, you know, neutralized. Okay, so then the last event is the one where it's going to be a smaller event, maybe between siblings, and there's going to be some travel. I think maybe y'all are going to be taking a trip together, and it's going to be a trip that you're going to remember for the rest of your life, and something that you guys are, it's going to be a very memorable occasion. I showed that this trip is going to bring you transition and insight into each other. Maybe this is the first trip you've ever planned with your siblings and you haven't been somewhere before with them. And so you only know their personalities from your youth, right? Not from an adult perspective in travel. I showed that you're going to be, it's going to be a time of fulfillment and celebration. You're really going to enjoy this trip. It's going to be a lasting event. I think that it's going to bring you into a place of serenity and gratitude for one another. As far as it's almost like I'm showing that y'all's childhood was very euphoric in a way that maybe you had parents that were just, Mr. Rogers, and I'm seeing like a combination of like Mr. Rogers and Alice from gosh, I can't remember the name of that. It's a really old sitcom that used to play on the TV every night. Alice and Archie. I forget the name of it. But it's almost like you had like Mr. Rogers for a dad and Alice for mom, and there was no Archie, right? Archie was always the complainer, right? But you really had Mr. Rogers and Alice as parents. I'm not seeing your parents go on this trip, so I don't know if they have passed or if it's something that you guys are doing just to rekindle your spirits as siblings. I'm not sure, but I'm showing that it's going to bring you guys into a new synergy, a new place of gratitude for one another, a new place where you are really exposing your personalities as adults and really just enjoying who you have become as individuals, not as siblings. And that I'm seeing a lot of comedy, right? A lot of laughter. So for the first event, I'm showing transformation, and that's the larger reunion. And it's large. We're talking, I'm seeing like 150 people. On this event, this wedding, I show that your leadership is what's going to shine through, whether you be the bride or the groom for this event. Number 39. So put your worries aside. You are the leader. You are the person. Number 8 for the first event. Transformation. This is the one. The wedding is the one that has somebody so worried. Just keep in mind, you are the leader. You are the one people are going to be focusing on. If you are letting somebody else, ruin your day by having a little too much alcohol or cups or whatever, I'm showing alcohol, then I hate to say it, but shame on you, because these people are really traveling to see you come to union with another individual. So you putting this person in the limelight during your wedding is kind of on you. So don't. And the next thing I see is for the last event with the brothers and sisters, Owl, Spirit, and Wisdom. I show that it's going to bring you closer than you have been in the past. It is a time where you guys will be able to sit. Number 27 is going to be where you guys are really coming together, and I'm seeing like as a team, right? As moving forward in your life, that you are a team, and that you have decided throughout this event how much you just really enjoy each other's presence outside of the larger family unit. Away from your children. I don't show your children are showing up for this event. I show this is just you and your siblings. I don't show spouses are showing up or anything of that nature. And it's really going to give you guys a time to just reflect on how much you have grown into your own individuality. And it's a really beautiful outcome for this event. So once again, 3 events, a large family reunion, I see a wedding, and I see a small family trip amongst siblings, without your children, without your spouses, just your siblings. Yes. And there's a sense of absolute I just feel a lot of joy from this reading. There's a lot of excitement. This type of, anytime you see this kind of energy in one reading where the cards are showing that people are reconnecting and expanding upon their relationships that they have with one another in life. It's the most important thing that we have. It's really the reason we're here. You know, the old saying of the memories are what you take with you. It's not the things or the, even though during this travel trip, I showed that, you know, the sibling trip, I show people are actually coming back with a lot of items. So make sure you pack light, but have a bag that's big enough to bring back everything that you guys run into that you want to bring home. And I showed that these 3 events that are taking place for our viewers this is like y'all's first reunion back out of COVID. The first time of you guys of the pandemic. I don't really want to call it COVID because it was not just COVID. It was, there's a point in time where we had a global lockdown that was like completely unnecessary. Everybody was already getting sick. Everybody was already sick. In some countries, people, well, I don't want to get depressing, but yeah, I mean, it was, all I want to say is I'll just call it the pandemic, because in some places there was a little bit too much going on as far as how people were treated at the time when they were sick. To be, separated from your family entirely in a time when you are passing into the afterlife is very hard, especially when maybe that wasn't your choice, right? So we had all of that going on. And I showed that these 3 events are going to rekindle your family's community, and they're going to strengthen your families moving forward as far as, and I don't show that you guys have not been connected. So, in what I'm seeing here, you guys have been talking on the phone and video calls, and you've had messages, but you haven't had that one-to-one human contact that's absolutely going to take place in these 3 events coming in July. So much love and light to you. I wish I could get the feedback on what actually happened here. I really would love to know about this black sheep. I'm sure the story is going to be very funny. I mean, like, I see like wedding crasher energy, but I don't show that they're actually going to like crash your wedding. I just show that they have that type of funny comedy energy about them, and that you're worried that they're going to upstage the event. And just please know that your leadership is going to be, you're going to be in the limelight regardless of what you think and how you feel. And I show that that's like an uncertainty for you. So I would take that worry right out of my mind and let you know that you will be in the limelight. And all eyes will be on you. So this conflict that you see here in your head is something that you really just kind of have to let go of in order to enjoy yourself in this event. That's up to you whether you invite this individual or not. Or if you invite the individual who likes to be a hermit or the one man out. That is entirely up to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate you. These are the energies that are going to be coming towards you for July in love. Much star love. Thank you. Bye-bye.